I can't believe you.
Yeah, you're goofy roped.
How the fuck do you think Spider-Man 2... I think you're just saying it for the cast.
I'm not. Why would I do that?
You are telling me right now that you think Spider-Man 2 could be better than No Way Home. The best Spider-Man movie of all time.
It's just my, favorite movies.
You don't know.
It's on Spider-Man 2.
I know. And Spider-Man trachea. Spider-Man fill my trachea up with ooze.
I just farted.
You don't know. You don't know.
Alright, welcome everybody to the official No Way Home part of the podcast. If you follow my Patreon, I'm kidding, I don't actually have a Patreon, I'm just doing that because there's another podcast that does that. Nobody has a Patreon. And I'm going to post the portion of us reviewing the other Spider-Man movies. And the second thing is it was taking way too damn long. This is going to be an uncut, explicit episode, so all the things that we say is going to be fucks, there's going to be some shits, there's going to be some R's, there's going to be some licks.
Watch out for porn.
Yeah, there's going to be porn.
This is the adult tour.
This is adult tour. It's not for kids.
It's for kids. I'm not saying you can't curse, I'm just saying you stop interrupting me. Alright, so
You have such a
jizz.
sloppy mud pie on your receipt. I'm stomach sick. Oh!
The dog bit the back of my hair off.
Literally not related to any
So
of
sorry.
these movies in the slightest bit, but
No.
Well, it turns
any
out
of
Tim
these
Robinson is
flockers-
Spider-Man.
any of these
Let's
flockers.
talk about.
Tim Robinson is Spider-Man.
Let's talk about for No Way Home. All right.
Open the fucking window.
It's hot as shit.
I want to
in
hear your young mind reviews on what you would really rate No Way Home after seeing it so many times out of 5.
4.5 out of 5.
Get up!
No, I'm
Get
not gonna be an
over!
amateur. 4.7 out of 5. I can't give a fucking 4.5. Whatever.
Okay, out of 10 actually.
Out of 10?
Okay, why are you having fun?
9.7 out of 10.
10.
Okay.
What are you rating it? Because you think you're all smart and giddy.
I am because I thought a lot about it.
Okay,
like
let's
a
hear
lot
it.
about it, probably
Let's
more
hear
than
it.
you guys have.
Let's hear. What are you gonna give it? Like a fucking
Definitely
4?
No, definitely not.
Don't
It's
act
either an
up.
8 or a 9. Like I would probably say an 8. 8 out of 10.
So I can guarantee you I've watched this movie more than you.
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee you. Whether it was illegally
We'll
or
get
in
into why we
theaters.
think that. So let's start first of all with the anticipation and the leaks. So we kind of talked about this a little bit, but I remember when the first trailer came out. I was at Hibachi, and there was a leak of it, unfinished effects of the first trailer.
Let's make sure everybody knows Hibachi is probably the greatest place you could have ever been to get this.
I don't-
Hibachi
I don't
is
believe.
universal.
I don't believe
Everyone knows
Hibachi.
what Hibachi
Yeah, I don't
is.
believe Hibachi
No.
is the store.
I understand.
Fujiyama is the place.
I understand.
Yeah.
Oh,
We will shout out Fujiyama in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. No, what is that? Is that Pottstown?
It's Pottstown.
Yeah, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, called Fujiyama. Definitely, we'll put a plug in there.
It's
for them.
kick-ass,
It's the
and
best food I've ever eaten in my life.
The main waitress, I'd kiss her on the fucking lips.
just be forewarned. Once you consume that food, in the next 15 minutes, you will shit everything out
That doesn't happen to me,
violently.
but I understand why it would happen to
Yeah,
people. It
it's-
definitely gives me some acid reflux. A lot of that teriyaki sauce.
It's violent.
Yeah. I remember watching the trailer, and then like a day later, Sony like finally released it. But I mean, it's going all the way back to like when they did the preview of it on the whiteboard, and we didn't even know the name of it. And then the leak with Andrew Garfield on that scaffolding that everyone thought
Garfield
was fake.
Garfield.
My favorite shit with that leak was we were in the kitchen and I was sitting there looking at you. I was like, "This shit's fake, Jared." You were like, "No,
No.
Because it wasn't in any of the bonus features for
wasn't.
the other movies. It wasn't in any of that. I like stayed up all night, like waiting for this movie like every day. Like it's the only movie I cared about or could think about. There wasn't much like in between. I don't think that really kept my interest. Like all the movies that I saw for the past year have been shit. Halloween Kills sucked. That was a letdown.
That thing sucked.
That was one of the
Dick.
worst movies I've ever seen.
I don't think I've
Then
ever
we
seen
saw
something
one, We
worse.
saw one before that was also terrible, and I forget what it was, but I was also disappointed in that.
It wasn't The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, was it? That movie's kick-ass, actually. Ground controls,
That
the
movie's so
Mac
bad, and I
Aegis.
still don't understand what
Suicide
even
Squad
happened.
was probably the only
That was
other,
kick-ass.
only other good
That was
movie.
kick-ass. I
There's
loved
another
it.
movie that we saw in theaters, at least that I saw. Oh yeah, Venom. Venom 2 fucking blew absolute chunk.
God damn it, right?
Blew absolute
God
chunk.
damn it.
Yeah.
Should have
But
been
that's
unbelievable.
a Sony movie. That's why Morbius is gonna suck, and that
No, Morbius is going to be kick-ass.
There's only 2 good Marvel movies in theaters this year.
Well, it's not Marvel. It's
Their
when
names.
they're not made by Sony.
Their names were Black Widow.
I didn't like Black
I
Widow.
No Way
blew in
Home.
chunks.
What?
I hated that.
Yeah,
movie.
what? You like Black Widow?
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit. Know this.
But I'm not talking about Marvel movies. I'm talking about Sony movies.
Go eat a
which
couple.
Every Sony movie sucks, so Morbius is gonna probably suck. The only reason why Morbius will be good is because Andrew or Toby will probably make a cameo in it.
What? Morbius?
In Morbius, yeah. That's how
I
they
did
make all
see
their
that.
money from that movie.
Why?
Because in the literal trailer, Vulture's in it,
Yeah.
and then somehow Toby's on the wall, on like the one alleyway wall
Mhm.
with
A mural.
like something like that.
I saw that.
So like they're mixing like all, and then the Oscorp building is like from Andrews. Like I think the trailer's fake, so something is up with Morbius. And the
Trailer's
only
not
reason
fake.
why, yeah, I'm saying the trailers has a lot of fake stuff
Fake
in
shit,
it.
yeah,
like, I guarantee.
yeah.
And then he also mentions Venom in the one trailer. Yeah, the one
didn't
trailer
see
he
that.
calls himself Venom. He's like, I'm Venom. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Morbius. That's what
What?
he said. Yeah, that's what he said.
I gotta
so
see that.
you gotta be talking about any
So
Venom.
yeah, I think the trailer. There's a final trailer releasing, I think, in the next couple of weeks or something. But I think the only reason why people are going to want to see that is to see what they're going to set up with
The
the
actual-
multiverse.
yeah.
Just like with Venom, everyone knew about the end credits scene, which was
Mhm.
also useless.
Well, nobody knew about it until they saw it.
Well, yeah, when the leaks came out that there was going to be one, that's the only reason why.
We
people
didn't
wanted to
expect
see it.
that shit at all.
Yeah.
We were all together in there, and you were like,
And it had,
I mean, I had an idea that something like that was going to happen, but I didn't see
and
it.
it really amounted to
To
almost,
dick.
almost nothing, but he did leave symbiote.
Yeah.
what the fuck's the BO gonna do? Get
It's
on
gonna
that
get in the black
bartender?
suit. It's gonna be
Yeah.
the black suit.
It's gonna be the
Yeah.
black
It's
suit.
gonna be that bartender?
No, I don't know what's going to happen, but he's going to get the official comic book black suit, which is going to be awesome. The white eyes and the white, the
Okay,
long
the
white
white,
thing. It's
yeah.
not going to look like Toby's,
Hmm.
which is sweet. But anyway, yeah, those leaks, and then the league where all 3 of them were standing on the scaffolding. Like I knew that was going. At that point, I knew they were going to be in it.
No, I
Um,
thought that shit was fake as shit too. The one that I thought was real, and the whole time, this is the only reason that I knew Andrew was gonna end up being in it. The one with the DoorDash guy.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, because he was
I
4
forgot
to
about
5
that.
minutes away from the set, and the guy said that he ordered food to Andrew ordered food from DoorDash, and it was dropped off there. And when Andrew opened the door, the guy was like, "Hey, can I get a picture of you?" And Andrew straight up said no. He did it on an interview. He was like, "I said no because
no.
I couldn't let him leak this and know that I'm 5 minutes from set." So he told the guy no, and the guy literally posted a video of him like talking right out front of his apartment, like or whatever like Airbnb or whatever. So why the hell would Andy be that close? That's an obvious real leak, and that leaked before any of those pictures. That DoorDash.
Yeah, but he was also in America, like all those pictures of them at parties and stuff with Tom on his like laying on his chest or like.
I only saw
resting
that.
his
I
head
only
on his
saw that
chest.
one when they're dressed up and looking drippy.
Yeah, but like that could have been that time. That's why he was in that area.
Maybe.
So, I don't know. But like, once those like just random things started popping up and people started noticing shit, I was like, they're probably in it. Like there was just a lot of shit that kept coming up that I was like, this is aiming towards a lot of ideas that they're probably in it. So.
Well, the other best leak was the lizard's head moving backwards in the trailer
well,
by
that's not
accident.
really a leak.
It was
They probably
it was
left
by
that.
accident.
They probably left that in there on purpose.
That's true. I did hear that it was
Yeah.
possible that they were leaving like shit, like little sprinkles of shit.
Showing
around.
that
bunny rabbit
showing that
turds and
shot
shit.
in the trailer was stupid on their part in the first place. If they weren't trying to, like, show you that they're in it without like showing you that they're in it, that was just stupid. I want to get into the film, but I forget where I put all my notes.
Good.
Oh, well, that's good.
They're in your brain.
No, I'm pretty sure I wrote them all down.
We'll find them.
Sounds like someone might have to shit too soon.
No, I'm hungry.
Villain's back after trying to do the spell that he shouldn't have had to do anyways, because he went to the dean and she said, "Yeah, I'll try to get
But
you
he
in, Peter."
started it all because it was affecting.
It was,
Yeah.
and then all he had to do was go talk to the dean. He
The dean.
remember he called her.
Yeah,
because
and then
Doctor Strange was like,
and then Green Goblin came in and eat his ass.
"Yeah, but I don't know why he was geeking that bad about his identity being out, because all he had to
There's
do."
not many
Network-
superheroes that, besides Iron Man, not many of them come out and say, "Hey, I'm this person." Like Iron Man was the first person.
Everybody
to-
knows
Yeah,
who's
name-
everybody else
yeah,
is.
name-
Natasha Romanoff.
Yeah, name another superhero as a covered identity.
Nobody. None of them.
Oh,
they all
that's-
know who they are.
oh,
that's why I don't understand the whole thing with Spider-Man's
not
identity.
the ones that are masked. Like
Who?
no one knows that Matt Murdock, Daredevil, is Daredevil.
Fuck him! He just
But
came
that's what I'm
in.
saying. The ones that are masked that keep their identity secret is the anonymous
Iron Man's
superhero. That's
masked.
why. But he's the first one to reveal himself.
You
That
know,
those
Steve
masks.
Rogers and Natasha Romanoff.
They're not masked.
Why does it matter? if
Dude,
they're
Some of them
masked?
want to be anonymous superheroes. Like that's how it is.
But there's no reason for Peter to be, because all he was just worried
He's a
about
kid.
it.
He's going through regular stuff
He's about to start shooting goofy ropes in college.
now.
Yeah,
But
and that was right before this movie. Right after
look
this
what
movie.
happened. That's the whole point. Like Spider-Man is supposed to be anonymous because he doesn't want people around him to get hurt, and he's not an adult. Like that's how it is.
I just thought it was kind of nonsense. But anyways.
Yeah. So I was pissed about the other Daredevil scenes being cut. I don't understand why.
Yeah, what else were they gonna be?
Just like a courtroom scene and stuff, like showing him actually be a lawyer and like defend him and stuff like that. It's gonna be in the deleted scenes. But also, what was confusing and why they're doing Captain America's shield and the Statue of Liberty, but nothing for like Iron Man.
Right?
Like
Horseshit.
I know his
Iron
shield
Man's
like
way better.
represents like America, but like I feel like they
Actually,
did
that's true. It
nothing
might
for-
not really make sense for Iron Man to be up
Yeah,
there
but
at
he
all.
saved the entire galaxy. So you
Yeah, but
should.
So did Steven Rogers.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he
He
did.
didn't do shit.
Yeah, he did.
Who snapped the
He
fingers?
said, "I'll fight all day."
Who snapped the
He
fingers?
said, "I'll do this all day."
That was not even in. That wasn't even that.
It
At
was
the
in
end.
Endgame.
It wasn't
He
that
said, "I can
fight.
do this all day," and then strapped his goddamn half a shield to his arm.
So when they talk
Anyways.
about a fresh start on the rooftop, it's also extra upsetting because that was going to be the fresh start which started them because it's not a very good fresh start if you ask me.
What are you talking
What
about?
happens at the end when
Oh.
they say that it's a fresh start? Whoa. Because you know that they're not going to get that fresh start, which fucking sucks. So that was really upsetting. I thought getting to like some of the music when they're in the coffee shop and like Doctor Strange is like supposed to be assumed, they started adding his music into it, which I thought was really cool. Also the acting when Tom realizes that it's like his fault they didn't get in, when he like lowers his head when he like sees that, like the little acting that he does and in that his reaction to them not getting in is really good. I thought that whole like letter opening thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Flash was obnoxious as shit. I couldn't stand him.
He was barely in the movie though.
I'd stuff his face in giraffe shit.
Giraffe. Like he was only in that one part where he's like on the corner of the road and he's talking to him. He's like, "Yo, can you give me the dean's number?" And then like that was kind of it.
Exactly. He's useless. That was the first time Peter was in the Sanctorum.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool. What?
Was it?
Mhm.
No, it definitely was. Yeah.
I didn't understand why they couldn't use magic to get rid of the snow. Why were they shoveling snow?
Because the door was closed. The door was open. Like you couldn't get rid of it. There was like a blizzard or something.
Why can't you use magic?
It would just
to
keep
fix
coming. What are you gonna do? Just and then it just keeps coming.
Just seal the
No,
door.
the door was like frozen open or something like that. He said it was like stuck open, and there was a blizzard.
What are your guys' thoughts so far? I'm reading my. Oh my goodness. I'm reading my notes, but in the parts that we're talking about now, what are your thoughts?
The beginning was definitely. Well, we're kind of past like the beginning now. We're kind of more towards when he's trying to get this spell to go, and I love and I hate how quick and short the beginning was with getting through all that. But then again, like the reason why I love it is because it left so much time for this build up with the villains and how they were cool at first, or not cool, but like they were down with trying to fix themselves up and go back to where they came from. It left a lot of time for that whole thing to kind of happen. So like I said, I hate it though because it was so short and quick, and it was kind of just like, oh shit, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, and then I think it kind of starts to slow down right when Strange casts the spell, and I love that scene. He says a bunch of funny shit. He's like, oh yeah, happy, and he's like, no, I am not happy. And then he's like,
what is a Ned?
Yeah, what is a Ned? I don't know. Yeah, I
Doctor
like.
Strange's acting is just
He's the best.
amazing.
Benedict.
Yeah.
Cumber
The
boy.
special effects of
Boy.
the spell was really good.
Yeah.
Um,
I actually hate the special effect when it like opens, when they're like in like the purple part. It kind of looks like shit to me. That's the only thing right there that I didn't like.
Well, you're on drugs. Anyway, continue, sir.
So when that spell gets let loose and we're on the bridge and you see Rock Ock come in, what
I
was
got
your
rock
first
solid.
finish? Okay.
Immediately, my appendage below my between my thighs became rock solid.
Yeah.
I remember
I
several.
wish so much
oh,
wasn't.
yeah,
I wish so much
yeah.
wasn't.
Oh.
I wish so much wasn't given away though
Oops.
of that scene.
So yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
finish
that was
talking
that
yet.
was bullshit.
So I remember several times throughout this movie just looking over you because we sat next to each other, just looking over you and jolting your body because of excitement. And that was definitely the first time that happened. Faux show.
Yeah, I mean, I wish so much wasn't given out in like the previews and the clips because like everything about the movie seemed like it was just them promoting that damn bridge scene.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be called No Way Bridge by the end at that point. Like
But that bridge scene was kind of shit. Anyways, after the Doc Ock fight, like the Doc Ock fight was cool, but like.
well, yeah, that's the whole point.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
But no, but they hyped it up for the. They were like this
Well, yeah,
for
it
the
was a
name
great
for the
fight.
little orange crown
It was
coming
a really
in.
good fight.
It was a good fright.
Yeah, it was a good
Good
fright. But it also was like the thing that kick-started the entire movie, so it was a good thing. To
Kickstart my
The
heart.
music is really good.
Kickstarted my heart.
That where they had the tentacles fight Spider-Man's tentacles, basically.
That was
cool.
badass.
Um,
Wait, one thing. I hate how he was. It was like funny at the end. He was like, oh no, buddy, you can't use those on me. I thought that shit was corny as fuck. It should have been like a full like aggressive like. He should have been like, fuck you, Spider-Man. Like
you don't-
actually said
what,
fuck you.
What you don't understand
No,
is that
was bullshit.
Tom has never fought, besides Thanos, who he's never really like. He's never fought a real villain like
he
a
fought
good villain.
Mysterio.
He wasn't like a real villain. Like
He was getting shot at.
Doc Ock has arms that control everything, can see stuff. Like
So he decides to be silly.
Mysterio doesn't have any like martial arts or any fighting skills. Vulture definitely doesn't at all.
What are
He's
weapons
technology,
that are
but-
shooting legitimate bullets at
But
you?
Toby's villains were so much more like skillful in combat than the two that he fought.
I never
in
said
past
that. I never
movies.
said that it's not. But I just hated how he like. I liked how he was able to control him, but it shouldn't have been like goofy. Like, that should have been a serious fight. He shouldn't have been like, hey.
It was gonna be goofy when he meets a Spider-Man that has technology that he could never even imagine in his universe.
Well, he do-si-doed with
He's
Infinity
nanotech.
Stones.
I would assume nanotech.
They don't have that in Tobey's universe.
What are you talking?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's not what I'm saying, though. I'm just saying it shouldn't have been goofy. Like, he shouldn't have been like, hey, no, buddy. No, buddy. That shit was corny as fuck. He should have literally looked him in the eyes and spit on him. Like, he almost killed the dean of officers. She would have died.
He was hanging in the car. She's like,
yeah. But other than that, the whole fight was really good. I just hated how it was like goofy at the end and shit.
I thought he looked really good for how old he is, like with the CGI.
Yeah, he was CGI as fuck. He probably looks like a geezer in real life.
It was kind of like weird though seeing them fight because Tobey fought him as like the main villain and like Tom just do-si-doed with him for 5 minutes and beat him. You know what I mean?
He didn't beat him.
Yeah, he did. He neutralized him.
All he did was fucking deep boot coot.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. He just do-si-doed him for 5 minutes and disabled him like a rat shit
fight was
rat shit, batshit, dirty old twat. Okay, so like, but like that's crazy though because like he was just dodging his shit, like sliding under him and using his arms and shit. And it's just crazy to see how different, like, how much less skillful he looked from just 5 minutes than he did against Tobey.
I mean, the fight scenes that he had with Tobey were just as good and just as in depth as that scene.
And also, Tom has way more technology. Like, he is shit talking to him in his.
No, I'm not saying Tobey's any better or less. I'm just saying the contrast.
Well, that's why it's crazy.
Yeah,
because he literally shoots Goofy ropes and can, you know.
He might even be able to shoot Goofy ropes from his appendage.
Anyway, and then Mean Goblin comes in, and then he's dusted away. I think one of my we'll get into gripes later, but I would have liked a small fight scene with Goblin, at least on the bridge or like
yes,
somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
More,
he did end up fighting him though.
Yeah, but like.
No,
just in the
I
house.
agree.
Like, I think the we'll get into that later. Anyway, I thought it was cool seeing all the villains together. I think it was cool getting all the villains together in one room. Like that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that I don't know why they didn't just add the electro music. Like when he pops up, he does. Yeah. There's a little bit of dubstep, like right when he like opens his eye, but like. I don't know why they don't. And they did it for like all the other ones. Like the Sandman music was at the end. Yeah. Goblin's music and Doc Ock's music was around.
They put the
Lizard
Lizard
doesn't really have music.
Yeah, but they put the Amazing Spider-Man when he was with Lizard. Or no, he was with Electro.
Yeah, no,
they did.
It didn't. It was just one little and he opened his eyes and that was it. Like
no, I'm talking about the end. Remember when Andrew's talking to Electro?
That was Spider-Man's theme. I'm saying Electro's theme.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like they should have had that every time Electro was on like screen.
Mm-hmm.
When Doc Ock screams, "We tire of your questions, boy!" That shit scared the hell out of me.
It did. I think I leaked a little of my garments.
When was that?
In the theater. When he was asking about Osborn. He was asking Doc Ock about Osborn, like how he knew him or whatever, and he was like, "I'm tired of your questions, boy."
Okay.
Like a dirty fucking old senile bag
Willem
of shit.
Dafoe is scary. It'd be scary.
He's such a brittle guy in real life. I'd fucking elbow him in the throat.
And he also has that signature pop up like noise on his S's. He's like, and it's just when he talks, and then you see him going like insane in this movie. He's like, ah, and he just makes this.
His smile's hideous.
Yeah, it's god awful.
Well, I didn't think Sandman's voice acting was that great.
No, and why they keep him as like a sand boy?
It's because he couldn't. It's because it's because of COVID. They couldn't get the actor like in there.
They got him at the end. just fine.
That's not him. That's literally a CGI put in clip that's from Spider-Man 3.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was just a
like-
sandboy missing
I know.
like half his ear.
just like the lizard scene when he turns into human, that's pulled from Amazing Spider-Man 1. That's why I was like, I would have rather them just not be in it at that point. Like,
God, they
Yeah.
weren't. And Sandman and Lizard were the most useless fucks in the movie. Sandboy
Yeah.
fucking comes a
I
half
mean,
a year.
I liked hearing Sandboy, but like I thought the voice acting at the beginning was bad. It got better through later throughout the
Peter.
movie.
And it was like echoed, like
You
the
remember-
surround sound.
Yeah.
And then when
It
he
was
gets
like-
put into the cage, he's like, "Oh, what is this?"
Yeah, it was so
It
bad.
added, like,
God.
vibrato.
I thought
Also-
I thought Lizard's voice acting was
That was
good.
it was alright, but it was kind of the same thing. It was like an echoed
his
weird.
was fine. I thought.
No,
The wind's blowing. But we're up to the scene now because the last thing was stop asking me questions, boy, or whatever the shit it was.
Mhm.
That little intro thing was really stupid in my opinion because
What
it
intro
was
thing?
literally when they were standing, when Ned, Zendaya, MJ, I keep saying Zendaya, but that's who I'm talking about, and Spidey were just standing in that, like, where all the cages were, and they were all like, "Oh yeah, I remember I was just there, and then all of a sudden I saw light." And
well,
here I am."
they had to try to
No,
make
I know,
the
but
kids
all
understand
three of them just said the exact same shit. They were like, "Oh yeah, I just remember."
because they're all confused. They're all
Because-
like, "How the piss did I get here?"
Yeah, but like I feel like it like I don't know. It's just all to say that the act one of this movie was just really rushed, and I wish they would have taken their time with it more. Just have a 3-hour movie. I would have had an endgame length movie like this
Smoothie.
than them rush the
Well,
first
maybe
act.
the DVD will have a bunch of stuff. Like I
Yeah.
know they retouched Andrew Garfield on it, like the CGI on his suit, because he looked a little bit thicker than he should when he popped in. The parallel between Tom pulling the electrical wires and then pulling the plug, he says, and then Andrew doing the same thing in Electro. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, when he's pulling the fucking when they're out the.
Did you think of that when you saw it?
No.
Show the camera that face.
Is it cool?
Justin's balls are.
I didn't understand. I don't understand Electro's body change. Like, I don't understand how he
Yeah,
went
it
from
goes
looking the way that he
blue
did to now.
To like the
Yeah.
comic.
Unless like
yellow.
turning into Electro is what made his body turn that way, because we never saw his body after he turned into Electro. I don't know.
It's true.
It's
Because
a
he was
nitpick,
like,
but
I feel so horny.
Well, it's because he changed the universes too.
well, yeah,
No.
but like
That doesn't
No,
make
it's
you
still
change form,
I thought he was saying,
imbecile.
I thought
No, Jared's definitely
no,
right.
no, hold on. I thought he was saying when they were in the apartment together, he was like, "I'm different in this
It
universe."
feels different. He is
No.
more because Stark's stuff is in there. It makes him feel more powerful, and his Stark isn't there.
Incorrect.
when Willem
It is correct.
mentions Oscorp and he mentions his son, I wish he talked about Harry.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
I wish they mentioned more.
Harry should have been in
Harry.
it. Harry should have been Ned.
I do prefer, because when J. Jonah Jameson's like getting the tips from the villains about where to go and stuff, I was thinking like I do like the way he was more in Toby's movies than how he is in
Yeah.
these movies.
Let's stop beating around the bush. I would fucking right hook, uppercut J. Jonah. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but he's hilarious.
No, he's not.
He's more funny in Toby's than he is in this.
Maybe. I don't like him. He's a stupid character.
Let's pause this goddamn podcast and say I'm sweating bullets.
It's too bad.
What are you doing, Mike Malak?
What?
I'm just
Steven's
hot.
acting like
It's
Mike
hot in
Malak.
here.
Stop
Match that.
crying. It's not that hot. So when him and Strange were fighting and he gets pushed out of his astral form, did you notice the lines on his head for his spidey sense that were moving?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes, that's how he was moving the box. It was obvious that Spidey sense was going on.
Like Maroon. And then he gets hit by a train again. I swear in every Spider-Man movie a train is like hitting his rump.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a good time with it.
He hates the trains, man.
Yeah. So the apartment scene with all the villains in Happy's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on that?
Second best scene in the movie. When he's standing there with the Spidey sense. Actually, first off, when he fixes up Doc Ock, and Doc Ock is nice, it kind of turned me on. It was cool to see how nice he was, and like how different he was once that little chip was removed or the normal chip was added, and then how it then proceeded to them fixing Osborn's or making the serum for Osborn, and it not ending up working, and him like feeling the spidey sense that something's going on, and all it is Osborn changing, Green Goblin like changing in his head, and Peter can sense it like happening in his brain. That shit's nuts. That's such a good idea. I did not expect that. And how Aunt May tosses him the serum and it doesn't even work, and then he starts hammering Spidey. I did not, for some reason when we were watching the movie, I was like, dude, how the hell is Goblin absolutely kicking his ass? Because I couldn't remember from the old ones that he had legitimate super strength and could just dick him through walls and shit. I did not expect that.
His serum is stronger than the super soldier serum.
Really?
Yeah.
How do I not remember that? Who said that it was stronger than Super Soldier?
It just is.
It's stronger than Captain America.
What? Yes, because it doesn't just give him. It doesn't just give him like strength. Like it gives him
anger,
like better intelligence, and he is stronger than Captain America.
You are sitting here telling me that Green Goblin is stronger than Cap.
Yes, the Goblin serum is stronger than the Super Soldier serum.
That's crazy.
Like look at him. Like the Super Soldier serum turns weak people into strong people. The Goblin serum like doesn't change him at all, and he still has like the strength. Like doesn't like it's, and then Captain can't just like jump up and do like a body slam someone through a floor like that. He's never done that.
But
ever.
he can hold off Thanos when he's fucking dicking him
So
above.
could Green Gob.
I'm not saying he can't, but I don't know.
But that part when Spider-Man's like sensing that he's the one that's planning something, that was awesome. And
well,
I thought
it's him sensing him changing, not even planning something.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's
the swap between Goblin and Osborn, and he's like, "Oh yeah, here we go."
Were you scared?
I was. That was a spooky scene, and he was like, "What powers you have there?"
Say the line, Jared.
Yeah. What does he say? He's like,
That's some neat trick.
No.
Yeah,
that's not it.
Yeah, it is.
That's not it.
Yes, it is.
Norman's on sabbatical.
There you go.
Norman's on some sabbatical.
I was gonna say I don't remember Goblin actually throwing out midline, but
Norman's on sabbatical.
Apparently Goblin throws off midline. But yeah,
that shit was scary. I didn't like, and it was so intense with the beeping of Electro's little monitor thingy and Sandman like going like this, Sandboy, fucking Sandboy just going dummy in the background, and then it was just so intense. Like Aunt May was like yoy yoy, and Ock was like no, he was like, or what was Ock doing? Ock was like, he was like.
He was talking to all of them. He was talking to all of them, and Ock was like, "No, we're like, we don't." Like, yeah.
You're about to be whole again.
Yes. Yeah. He's like, "You're about to be whole again." And Osborn turns around, pulls his asshole out. No. All right. No,
So,
yeah, that scene's wrong.
Aunt May.
What?
That scene.
Aunt
May's death. And Tom's incredible emotional acting. He's easily the best crying Spider-Man.
I cried. Jared cried.
I leaked.
It's not even
The whole-
her
the
death
whole
as
place
much
was
as like
leaking.
Tom's like acting. Like was
It
just
is her death though.
Well, it is, but like his
'Cause she was like,
emotional acting.
You just see how much Tom has like nothing anymore, and by the end of this movie, he
has
literally has no one anymore.
Nothing, not an Uncle Mike.
Nope. What?
He doesn't have an Uncle Mike. He doesn't have an Aunt Ben.
What's up, Uncle Mike? I know you're watching.
No, he's watching. Love you, Uncle Mike.
It was like if you were in their position and you lost like your one like guardian left, and but she didn't listen to him when she stood there with that thing in her hand when she grabbed the thing and stood all weird
like
just get the hell out of the way. Yeah.
while Norman was on fucking sabbatical.
Yeah.
Sabbatical.
And then the idiot's like, then Happy gets like bent over a car, and then like Spidey gets
bent.
shot.
Yeah, like, and there was nothing about him being shot. He was just fucking shot. He wasn't like, ooh.
Well, yeah, Spidey has health regeneration.
Yeah.
Is that why?
That's why when he gets his ass kicked, he doesn't have to go
No,
to
is
the
that why he
hospital.
gets? Why when
Yeah,
Toby gets fucking jabbed, he's like,
Yeah.
and then he's like, it's that for.
What?
And then we get to, and then the big scene with Nedifer in the
Fuck
in,
Ned,
in
I'll cut his legs
Lola's house.
My Nana Lola.
my
My
what?
Nana Lola.
My Nana
Is
Lola.
that what he said?
And she's just throwing
My
fucking
Lola.
bread at him and shit.
My
What
Lola.
are you talking about? We didn't get to that.
You
yet.
idiot. Fuck Ned,
In
I'll cut his legs off.
Lola's house.
My Nana Lola.
My
My
what?
Nana Lola.
My Nana
Is
Lola.
that what he said?
And she's just throwing
My
fucking
Lola.
bread at him and shit.
My
What
Lola.
are you talking about? We didn't get to that.
You
yet.
idiot.
That's the. Isn't that what?
Seep Lola.
Isn't that what you're talking
What we're
about?
talking
You
about
dummy. When
they're.
Ned started
I hate this
when
shit.
Ned started
I hate this
sparkling the
shit.
portals,
I.
how curly did your?
We're
did
not
your
there
hair
yet.
get?
I just
Yes,
said
we
it.
are.
Gene, shut your fucking trap.
Get off your phone.
My feet started sweating because I knew what was about to happen. My feet started sweating. I could feel the blood rush to the tip of my willy, and I was prepared for what was about to happen.
Jostling
Justin
him.
saw these on YouTube.
Yep.
right
Sadly,
before
sadly,
the
Justin made an oopsie. Sadly, Justin went on Twitter. Sadly, Justin made an oopsie. Sadly, Justin clicked on him.
Sadly, Jaden went on YouTube to try and look for the trailer.
Good.
Try and look for the trailer before the movie when we were sitting waiting for the movie, and I accidentally saw the scene where, or like the thumbnail of a video with Toby talking to Doc Ock like after they fight, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Senior Octavius, how are you doing, sir?"
Also, one more thing. Sadly, we arrived to the theater
8 hours?
3.5, 4 hours
Oh
early.
yeah, I forgot about
Not a
that.
single goddamn human there in line. Could have
Oh,
went.
yeah,
Could have went
sitting on
way
the
later.
bench.
Sit on a bench,
But that dude that kept
uncomfy.
coming out and in.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, and
a bunch of degenerate children running in and out, in and out, in and out on sabbatical. I take my daily drive. I'm sitting. I'm getting bored. I'm getting restless. Jared says go into
the camera.
Jared says go into that theater and see what's going on in there. So I decide, you know what? I've seen a couple leaks already. I guess I'll be the one to go take a gander. I go into the goddamn theater. Guess what I see? I see Tom in the fight with Gob. Immediately run out of the theater. Go into another theater that you made me go into, and there was some bullshit West Side Story movie on. And I was getting jiggy with it.
That movie sucks dick too.
Alright, sorry to derail.
Stop curdling your balls. Because West Side Story sucks.
When did you
Anyway.
watch that?
In music class with Mrs. Who was the music
Mrs.
class?
Snyder.
Yeah.
Fupa. Alright.
What is he watching in this shit?
Andrew jumps through that portal.
Yeah.
Pulls his mask off. Everyone goes absolutely bananas. And I'm so pissed that they couldn't just show us the like audience reaction from the red carpet and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, they didn't go, right?
no, they didn't go, but like I would have liked to see all the people that went to the red carpet. Like I would have liked to see that audience, like when the movie premiered. And then Tobis steps through. He's like, just some random guy. He's like, hello.
In his priest outfit.
Dude,
Yeah.
when they say it's just some random guy.
Yeah.
That shit, I didn't realize that until like the 5th time I watched it, and I died. He was like, and then he was like,
See, Toby's such like an odd guy, but I just love him so much.
yeah.
He's such a good character.
There's cars there, motherfucker!
Get out the way! I can't see! It's better than fucking you!
Yo, that was funny. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's great. That scene, honestly,
I can't see.
See, there's cars there, motherfucker!
Get out the way.
That was the best scene of the movie for me, though.
That?
scene, no. Yeah, there's cars there, motherfucker.
When they all do a flip, they both do a flip.
Yeah, they're like-
he webs Andrew's flippers.
Yeah, he's like,
And he can no longer flip because he flipped him, and he can't.
and he makes a dumbass smile. He's like, I wanna hurt him.
What do you mean? What's wrong with you?
I love it, but like I wanna punch him.
Dude, I keep laughing and I keep getting even more hotter. My head hurts.
He's like, and then he's like, dude, when he says hi to Lula,
Yo,
wait, I want to see it right now because he doesn't do that. He like
I
does.
Mrs. Lola.
He's
or
like
some shit.
He's like,
Oh my god!
he's like. It's the gooder of all gooders.
Oh shit!
Let me tell
I'm
you.
so hot right now. I'm gonna die.
Dude, that's my favorite
Oh.
scene. And she starts throwing the bread, and she's like, it's necessary. He's like, it's not. And she's like, it is. He's like, oh, what does Andrew
This
say?
is plenty.
This is plenty. Yeah, he's like, that's plenty.
We'll have to crawl around.
He's like,
Oh man.
so good.
Yeah, so that entrance scene is great. And and then we get right to when they're on the rooftop.
I thought this whole speech was kind of corny.
You're an idiot. I thought that was one of the best scenes in the movie.
Really? Go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
It was definitely the most emotional. Like every
Yeah.
time it was
No,
on
it was
Andrew's
so-
face, he was crying.
Yeah, but Toby's speech was so fucking bad, and I
What do you
swear on it,
mean?
it was horrible.
You didn't have a
It sounded
speech.
like fake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was talking about Uncle Ben and
Yeah,
how
he was
he
like-
was.
he was like when
didn't
I
sound
was.
No, but
It
it
was like
good.
when I was
No, this was a good scene.
back in it, Uncle Ben.
No, it was a good scene.
No, I didn't like it.
Well, you eat shit for breakfast
Yeah,
and shit.
I'll wrap you into a fucking pretzel and dump you down the goddamn garbage disposal.
He's old. He's not
What?
young anymore. He doesn't.
It didn't sound like real though.
It did. Just like Andrew's felt real too.
Andrews did. I didn't like Toby's. Pull it up.
I just
Like,
don't
for the-
understand. I don't understand why.
I'm gonna kill you.
Why they both don't talk about like Aunt May? Like why doesn't Andrew really talk about his Aunt May or like
Because they're talking
or
about the
this
person.
Uncle Ben? Like only Toby talks about Uncle Ben. Like why doesn't it would make more sense for Andrew to explain to Tom that he also lost his Uncle Ben than losing
Yes.
Gwen. Like I mean he has to talk about Gwen because it was a huge deal, but he acted like it didn't happen like with him.
Does
All right,
Tom
jerk
know who Uncle Ben is for him? Like, does he even have an Uncle Ben?
We don't know that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, like, bringing up Uncle Ben.
But
he was
when
probably,
Toby
who the
says
fuck's
when
Uncle
Toby
Ben?
said Uncle
yeah, but
Ben,
who's? I mean, well, yeah, well, who?
when
Andrew
Toby
brought up
when
Gwen,
Roby
and
says when
Tom doesn't know
Roby
who
when
Gwen is.
when Troby
Oh,
says
yeah, I'm not done talking.
when Toby says when Uncle Ben said it, I think it's implied that Tom has an Uncle Ben. He just doesn't talk about it.
Yes.
I don't know.
I think that seems kind of shit.
What were you saying, Raiden?
I don't even know because you distract me.
Good, because you went on your phone
No,
to
because
text your new side chick.
no, 'cause she's not a side chick. Eat shit, bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you,
Inappropriate.
yeah, it is inappropriate.
Side hustle.
Suck the fart from my butt.
I love when they're in the lab, and Zendaya's like 3 of yous,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the 3 Spideys working together.
There was
That'd be
a,
nice and happy.
there was 2 of those though.
Yo, you're gonna have to cut that because it's fucked up.
What?
You said side chick if she
I'm not
watches
cutting
it.
it.
She knows it's a kid.
Huh?
She knows it's a kid.
I didn't like Toby's explanation of Harry though. I thought that was corny when he said I did and he died in my arms. It was heartbreaking. Like it sounded too funny. It shouldn't have been funny. Like the way he explained it, he's like,
No, he didn't make it. He didn't make it funny though. It was Ned that. Or
why do you have to add the? He
died
said
in my
before he
arms.
tried to kill me part. Like why did he have to say that? Like
Because he
loves
was just
Harry.
saying like they got in a fight and he almost tried to kill him. Ned kind of made it funny because of the way he reacted to it. I don't think Toby tried to make it funny.
I would have rather just cut it at like I did. And,
I
like,
guess.
that's where I would have cut it personally. Or just mention more about who Harry was. Because like also didn't make sense because Andrew's Harry tried to kill him as well. His Harry didn't die, but like Andrew was acting like it was like the biggest deal when he was like about to kill his Harry as well. Like Andrew turned around and he was like, dude,
His Harry's a pussy though.
I know, but he also did the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. There's gonna be more in the deleted scenes, but like I wanted more info on like MJ and if he had kids with MJ. And
Yeah,
stuff like
right?
that.
Because he was saying, we made it work.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Toby.
He was like, we'll make it work. Like,
Yeah.
we'll
And I also heard that originally at the end credits, it was supposed to be them getting back to the universes, and they were going to show Kirsten Dunst and Andrew going back into his like apartment. But for Toby, they were going to show Kirsten Dunst and a kid.
Why didn't they?
Why didn't they do that? Like
I hope
that
it's in
couldn't
the
have taken
deleted.
that much more effort.
No. It would have been so cool to be able to see that.
They did the
It was
pointing. They did the pointing meme.
Yeah,
In the lab.
twice.
Yeah, twice, and then on the
And Andrew
scaffolding.
made the first, told them to do like the first
Yeah.
one.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
Yes,
he
he
did.
did.
I
It
was
If you
was
would-
his
if you would
idea.
Oh,
watch
I was
it,
kidding.
You would know.
I was
the
kidding.
What'd you
Jackass.
think of the,
Fuck you, Rob
What'd you
Schneider.
think of the cool youth pastor line?
That was
the
hilarious. We
funniest line.
died in there.
Yeah.
And that was also
Yeah.
ad libbed.
And
They
cure
actually-
some ass.
Yeah.
Cure some ass.
Yeah, he's like, cure some ass. And he did
His
his ugly
lips.
little face
Yeah.
again. But
Gotta
Andrew,
cure all of them.
they made all those ad libbed. All those,
Mhm.
like that whole scene right there in that circle was ad libbed.
When he's like, my back. It's
Yeah,
stiff from all the
yeah.
swinging. My back. I'm
Yeah.
back.
I'm back!
Sweet Tony.
Can you believe that just that happened? Like we got all. Would you ever
No.
think back in the day that we would get something?
And
like
this
that?
is why I'm a little bit confused as to why you can even say that 2 is close to No Way Home.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, it's
Did you like when Toby was like Toby was like you when he was like you are amazing?
yeah.
You are amazing.
Did you get what that was supposed to mean?
Yeah, Amazing
'Cause-
Spider-Man.
Yeah, good job, Fuzzy Heads.
Thanks.
Margaret.
I put in my original notes that I wish there was more banter, but we're getting in deleted scenes. We're getting 20 more minutes of them together.
Yes, dude.
So
But
we're
it's
gonna
not
see
in the
'em.
movie.
But there might be an extended. I heard that they're
No.
releasing an extended cut in
What are they gonna
theaters.
release?
In theaters on March.
Oh, I
11th.
did see that.
Yeah.
But what else is it gonna be?
More
like them
banter.
singing, I'm back!
More banter. Maybe they grab each other's junk. Who knows?
I hope so.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen.
The endings. I mean, my gripes started coming in towards this part of the movie, like big time. I love the Peter 1, Peter 2, Peter 1. He's like Peter 3.
Peter
Love that.
3.
I love that stuff.
And then he's like, I feel bad.
And then
about-"
the fight between all of them.
Wow.
I love the Andrew and Max. Like Andrew is ridiculous as
Dude,
Spider-Man.
I don't get why they
when he
make
does,
his.
like, hey Max.
Yes, and then he fucking
goes,
pulls.
like, I love it.
Why do they make his swinging way cooler than the other two? Because that shit, it was like so nonchalant and like badass. He was like,
Yeah.
"Hey Max," and he was like,
all
boom,
the
and like
noise- all
pulled
the
away.
sounds he makes when he picks up the thing. He's like, hey. Like,
Yeah,
he's,
like why
so,
is he so much cooler?
He's so cool.
Why don't they make the other two do cool stuff like that? Because they could.
It's
That's
not
why
them.
this movie should have given every single bastard in that studio the willpower to put them in almost every goddamn movie continuing following, because Andrew is so good and all three of them together, even if they don't care about how good the movie is, if they know how much money that they can make with all three
I
of
would
them,
just see a
every
movie called The Three Musket or
Three Musket Cops.
No.
No.
It's called This Is Us. That's what it's called, and it's Peter
It's the
or
fat girl
Peter
from
Peter.
This Is Us.
Yeah.
No,
It's literally
like
When Doc Ock's arm comes in, puts the thing on electric. There you go.
Yeah, I can't, dude. When he's like, "Oh boy," or when he's talking to goddamn Tobin.
I love that. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying I don't love it, but what I'm saying is like, what does he say to him? It sounds so weird.
Good to
Like
see
it's
you, dear
cringy.
boy.
Yeah,
How are you?
dear boy?
That's how he talks.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Who?
He's
Doc
a
Ock.
scientist.
And Toby smirks again. He's like,
I hate I hate when you rewatch it. Like I hate the fact that they like reused footage from the old movies for Sandman and Lizard. Like
I didn't see that.
yeah, it's annoying.
I don't think you're telling the truth there.
It is 100%.
don't get
They
him
said
going
it.
on his Google shit
They
again.
said it.
What do you mean they said it?
You make your own web fluid in your body.
In your body.
I love everything.
Yeah,
Like,
when they were talking
touched on the web fluid.
The fact that he might be able to make web fluid out of his appendage, which is what I was hinting at earlier.
Yeah.
So what if in the next movie, you just see Toby hanging by his appendage,
like a bat.
Yeah, he's just laying there like this.
He has a little hole cut out for his helmet. And he's just like,
no, it's just the costume, like it's like an extra piece built onto the suit that just holds his willy in place.
They mentioned Miles Morales, but there's got to be a black stripe now.
No, I don't think that was what it was gonna be though.
Yeah.
No, I think it is definitely, and I
think
hope
it's
they
an
do.
indirect mention.
It sucks because having a real action Miles would be so cool, but I don't think
He's gonna
that's
be
what
in the
it's
next.
real
He's
action.
gonna be in the
Yep,
Andrew.
we
in
love
the new
live
Tom.
action.
He's gonna be in the new Tom movies.
I would really like Miles Morales because you liked Miles
The game?
Morales, right?
Mhm.
No, both the game and the movie, right?
Yeah, Spider-Verse. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Apparently he
Loved it.
doesn't like it. I loved it.
What?
I thought
Who said I don't
I
like
thought you
it?
said that movie sucked
No.
literally an hour ago
No.
in this podcast.
No, I didn't. I said we'll leave it out of this.
All right, we'll
because
see.
It doesn't make sense.
All right, we'll see.
When Andrew saves Zendaya, how'd that get you going?
That's a lot of heft.
I knew it was gonna happen, sadly, but god damn, when I saw it live, again, blood shot from my brain to my appendage, and I loved when they landed, and he was like, "You okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, are you okay?" And she was like, "My name's Rue." What? Rue. That's a Euphoria. That's a Euphoria.
What'd you do if
nobody
Andrew
watches that
Garfield
goddamn
saved-
show.
It's a really good show.
I have no
actually.
interest in it.
Yeah, no interest.
What would you do if
Ooh.
What would you do if Andrew Garfield saved you personally from falling from?
I'd yank his fucking pants down and enter him like a Kimusabi.
Look at Brendy. Hey, Brendy.
Welcome Brendan to the show. He's an
No,
asshole.
for real though, that scene was unreal. Seeing the crowd reaction was nuts. They were like,
Yet another scene. I believe I jolted you. Also, we just totally skipped the best scene of the entire goddamn movie when
When they
all three of them
swing together.
land, or that too.
I
But
thought
when
that was
they-
fake. I saw that leak way before it came out, and they landed, and it looks fake. Even in the movie, it looked fake.
When
did.
Tom
That was
Tom
bad.
webs them both and pulls them up like when they're
Oops.
swinging.
Dude, when they're swinging together, and like,
And then Tom,
That's
yeah,
it.
you already
Tom's
said
like,
it.
and
yeah,
then Tom's like, yes.
yeah.
And then Andrew's like,
You had to like,
They all
I
sound like
actually
they have so
saved.
much joy in their
Yeah,
lives.
so much joyous. I actually saved that, screen recorded that part, and like went through it slowly. And the tricks they do in that like swing, they like web each other and like do like spins and ends up shooting.
Here you go with this bullshit. I knew it. I knew it.
It's so dope.
And
I
then
like that.
the Goblin and Tom on the shield. That fight was awesome.
Tom
It wasn't really a
fighting
fight.
Gob.
It was a
He was
ass
like,
beating.
Yeah, it was just an ass beating, and they took a move out of the game,
Yeah,
the video
the-
game, when he slid under him, came up, picked him up, and was like,
Not even that. The scene that
No, that was it.
no, in the interview, Tom was talking about the
Oh.
part where they're at the apartments and he like webs them through the wall. We're gonna skip over a lot of that stuff because a lot of my gripes come from around that time. Let's get to after the spell is casted and he's alone.
sad times horrible.
How did you feel about
Hate
that?
it. I cannot stand the fact that now that was such a dumb. I don't like it. I don't like that he just went away from it. He's never gonna talk to him again.
Yep.
It's stupid. I don't like
But
it.
now it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be interesting because anytime there's a movie or a show, Spidey can just show up and he's just Spidey.
See, in the moment, I was like, wow,
He was
this really sucks. Like, I really wish he would have said something to her, but it was paramount for him to become the Spider-Man that he's supposed to be, and to be, like, just by himself and the actual Spider-Man, not Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No, it was upsetting. I liked it, but it was.
And I wish they need to release a final like HD look at his new suit because
Yeah.
it's awesome that now he finally has a suit that isn't techie. It's just his suit. Like we're finally gonna get villains like Kraven and Kingpin and
Kingpin's already in the. MCU
Kingpin
now.
got bitched
Mhm.
by what's her name, so obviously he's a pussy.
He's not. That was just bad writing.
Well,
The ending of the
Kate
Hawkeye
Bishop.
show is
Well, he's a
horrible.
pussy, so
Kate Bishop.
He's really not.
Kate Bishop
well, he's
is
a
a
pussy,
badass.
so
He is, and he's a big
he's a
deal.
lot stronger than Miles Morales.
He's not in Miles. He's in.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
in the Spider-Man game.
He's in Spider-Verse. That's the whole
Oh
villain,
no! I
jackass.
thought it was a video game.
He's in that. Oh yeah, true.
He's in the
not.
first Spider-Man video game. But yeah, and the part where he's in the coffee shop, and he's like thinking of telling her.
Yeah, that's
but
what
doesn't.
we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit was so sad, man.
But anyway, we're gonna get to the gripes.
What we don't like about it?
Yeah.
I did not like anything, so I'm not in this.
You can't
bit.
say that. The biggest gripe I had is there wasn't enough Goblin in my opinion. I thought, like watching it over, I thought he was amazing, but it was almost botched. Like it doesn't make any sense at the end. He just randomly shows up at the very end, explodes the thing, stays on his glider while Tom's clearly getting a bomb out of his thing, blows the thing up. He gets his ass beat, stabs Toby, lays there without saying anything to Toby at all. And Toby doesn't say anything to him, which doesn't make any damn sense. So, like, the only thing I thought was done right with Goblin was the apartment scene.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
I
Completely.
don't think it was wasted, obviously,
No,
but like there
but-
should have been one more fight scene with him and Tom, like in the
Mhm.
city, kind of like the new
The
Goblin
bridge
and Toby
should have
fight.
been a
The
fight.
bridge should have been a fight, and the ending should have been completely different. Like there should have been.
I love that ass wall.
It should have been a 3 Spider-Man team up on Goblin, like
Yeah.
Goblin like flying like around.
Yeah.
Like that's what we should have gotten.
Actually, now that you mention that, I now. Oh,
I had a great thing that I had to
Okay.
say before I forget. How when Doctor Strange is casting the spell at the end and like it's all about to be over, I hate how like they said goodbye. It was like such like all he said was, "You can call me."
Yeah, they didn't.
Like,
They never really had a.
You don't have to call me
relationship,
sir.
So.
Yeah, but like also, how the fuck are any of the Avengers like? He's just not going to be an Avenger anymore. He's never going to talk to them again. They're not. They're going to find out about Spider-Man.
Really,
They
Avengers
might
anyway.
be put back.
What?
He might be.
There are no Avengers anyway.
Yeah,
What are you
there are.
talking about?
The Avengers
Not that are
Falcon
set
now.
up though. Not that are a team that he already worked with.
Yeah, like
The
He
Avengers
should've,
are
like,
still a thing.
The
They're just-
team, but the team he worked with before is not even a thing
It's
anymore.
no, but it's now like Falcon.
Oh, well, yeah,
and,
yeah.
and Scarlet Witch. and-
But what I'm saying is he's not
Is-
even connected to the people that.
is
he
Scarlet
was
Witch
fighting.
good or bad?
right now, she's bad. She's a villain. But however, Multiverse of Madness ends up.
Because in Multiverse of Madness, it seems like people are saying she's going to be bad.
She is the villain. She's the main villain of that movie. But
Yeah, so-
there's 2 versions
I
of
think
her
that's so
basically.
stupid.
So I've forgotten most of the things I was gonna say before you said your stupid shit. But I
Call
believe
it stupid again. I'll forget. Make you forgetful.
that definitely more fighting with Dr. Lysocleus.
I think there's.
why did
Or I mean Green Goblin.
Stupid shit.
Yeah, it was just kind of stupid how like Tom was able to like fight Green Goblin at the end like with no real issue, but in the apartment he wasn't even a little bit. He was just getting his shit pumped.
That was.
She
stupid.
wasn't expecting that really, probably. That's
Yeah,
just
but-
how it was.
It doesn't matter.
He was
Doesn't
also
matter.
he was
Spider-Man.
also like angry. Like he killed Aunt May. Like he is.
That was at the end. That was at the very end.
I know.
They were fighting for
Yeah.
5 minutes prior.
Yeah, May was alive. the
Oh,
first
yeah,
time they
oh, yeah,
fought.
yeah, so
Like, he was,
motivation.
it was extra.
But
But
the motivation
still-
can't completely change it like
yeah.
that. I thought that was.
But also, he was
wild.
caught off guard. He was teamed up on by like 3 different people in that
I
apartment
guess.
scene.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
at the end, he was able to take a step back and have it just be them 2. And like, he wasn't caught off. He knew what to expect. Like, he didn't look at that old piece of shit and think he's gonna throw me across the room.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't know what that was like.
Yeah, true.
But then the whole stabbing Toby thing was useless. That was stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
Because like, what did that do? Nothing.
yeah.
And they
like,
didn't even talk. So it's like, that was.
Yeah, like there was so much wasted. Like he talked more to Sandman. Like he talked more to fake CGI Clint than he did to.
Clint
He didn't talk
Sandboy.
at all to Green Goblin. Like it didn't
No.
make any sense.
So
Like
stupid.
he was seeing his best friend's dad for the first time, like alive in years and years.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a thing to say. Like I don't understand what they were thinking there.
They were trying to just get the crowd reactions.
Yeah.
Literally, that's it. Like, I mean, not the whole movie, obviously, but with shit like that, they were just trying to get the crowd to be like, "Oh shit, Like when he got stabbed, and then it was like it was over. It was like that was so not worth it. You could have put something that actually meant something into the movie versus going for crowd reaction and reviews. Like but obviously that's not the whole movie. But that was stupid and annoying right there.
I would have liked more scenes with the 3 Spider-Men, not just on the scaffolding. Like I would have liked a fight scene in the city, with seeing them all swing like on buildings together.
Yeah.
Like
they could have done. It's so annoying because it's such a great movie. You don't just want to leave bad reviews on it. Obviously, there's so much good.
There's a reason why
but...
I think it's an 8 out of 10, not perfect. Like there's pacing issues at the beginning. There's character waste. Like Lizard was useless. Lizard was useless. And the Goblin wasn't done completely the way he should have been. So
yeah, totally agree.
Oh yeah, we forgot the mirror dimension scene. That shit was
Strange.
awesome.
That was strange.
And the music was awesome there too.
Yeah. We didn't forget it. We talked about how he was using his sense to move the box.
Yeah,
and I like how he used. I like how he used his like math or whatever to shoot the webs, and it made like a little thing, and he ripped the box out of and kept him there. I like how Strange wasn't in it that much, which is weird to say, but I like how they did that, because if he would have been in it, it would have just like completely changed everything. I like how they kept him out, and he just came in at the end to like save him. That was nice.
I'm curious if the spell carries over to other universes. If the 2 Spider-Men remember.
Will they
Tom
forget him? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But probably not, because it disappears. They disappear right when the spell. I don't know. They could do whatever they want with it, but
the future is vast.
Tis.
The Multiverse of Madness will give us more of an idea on what's going on.
It sounds wicked. Should we speak of leaks on that right now?
No.
There are no leaks.
Yeah.
There's
With
no
the cast? I know no official, but none of the shit for this was official.
Basically everything that we were hearing was in the movie.
There was so much shit that was just
like
random. Every leak, none of it was like, this is real. Otherwise we would have been like, oh, Andrew's in it. No matter what, if it's official.
But everything that we did,
and those cast things, and they have a full plot leak already for it that says it's official. Doesn't mean that it's 100% real. But that cast with like Tom Cruise and shit, like Iron Man, that's gonna be dumb as fuck.
It's gonna be hilarious, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
Hopefully Toby's in that.
But anyway, I think I'm all talked out. I think we hit on all the main key points that we want. The main point is that the Spider-Men are back, and we still don't have any promotional stuff for it yet. Well, we do. We have that one pic. We have the behind-the-scenes stuff, the pictures that they took, with them pointing at each other, and then some interviews with them. But the DVD is gonna have lots of cool shit. There's still no Funkos on them yet.
I hope they have like solo.
I hope they have another red carpet for the re-release where Toby and Andrew do it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I want more interviews with Toby and Andrew. There's only like 2.
There's a whole thing in the DVD that's not released. Like the DVD is gonna have a bunch of shit, which is gonna be amazing. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to this off-key episode where we're not talking about music, we're talking about movies.
The best worldwide.
Please introduce yourself one last time.
The name's Justin Epix. I love you.
My name's Jaden.
Jaden Fuzzy Head Epps. Justin Fuzzy Beard Epps.
And I like boobies.
Yeah.
Alright,
weird. Men, women, and... Let's, I'm not good with sign-on and sign-offs.
I love you guys.
Oh yeah, here we go. So what, I think it's clear that if we were all Spider-Man, then I'd be Toby, you'd be Andrew, and Jane would be Tom.
Yeah, that would make sense. Because I would do the shit like, hey!
Yeah. You got his personality.
He's a great guy. Jaden would be Tom because he shits his suit all the time.
I don't think there's a scene where Tom shits his suit, but...
Well, it's on the deleted scenes.
No.
Yeah, it's on deleted
It's
scenes.
because Jaden has night terrors that he.
What?
You have night terrors.
What's that to do with Tom?
All right, everybody, signing off. Bye bye.